First of all, I was raised by, my parents are both aeronautical engineers. So I was raised in an aviation family. So I started out as a flight dispatcher for Precision Air, one of the companies here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Then I went on to do some other courses, that is safety and quality. Then I went on to a bigger company, that is Air Tanzania, the national carrier here in Tanzania. And one of my mentors told me, you know, we have few balloon pilots in our country, and we also need people in that sector. Why don't you go for a course in balloons? So I started doing research about it on YouTube, on Google. So Ultra Magic came in hand. I went to study in Ultra Magic. At first, it was very difficult understanding the aerodynamics of a balloon compared to fixed wing, because balloon relies 100% on wind. For me, it wasn't, the ground school wasn't difficult because I was used to the subjects, because 5 subjects are fixed wing and the 4 subjects are specific for balloons. I did the course in Spain for 10 months. I also went for a balloon competition in Germany. I came in last. My instructor told me it's for the experience, you know, because people who are doing competitions have bigger hours, have 1,000 hours, 500 hours. I just go for the experience. I went for the competition. I came in last. I did my check flight in Spain. Afterwards, I came back to Tanzania. I converted my license to Venezuelan license. Then I went to Serengeti Balloon Safaris. I did my training under the chief pilot. His name is Captain Abed, and other pilots. I did my training there. Then they told me you need to train more in other companies to gain experience. Then when I have 1,000 hours, I can come with them to discuss other issues. So that's basically my experience as a balloon pilot. We have procedures, because I'll send you a video of how we do the procedures during the inflation. So we have emergency procedures. First of all, you need to have 2 fire extinguishers, actually 4. So 2 for during the preparation for takeoff, and the other 2 for standby in case of fire, because balloon uses propane as its jet engine. So the propane is very dangerous. So you have 2 fire extinguishers. We also do for the ground crew in case of an emergency, in case of fire during takeoff, or in case of fire during airborne. But the envelope of the balloon can catch fire up to the 2nd part. If it goes beyond the 3rd part of the envelope, it's risky, so you have to land immediately. Start with the expenditures or the fees. It's more or similar to the fixed wing, because it almost cost me around like 50,000 euros. That's only for the fees. And the fees is more expensive during the flight school, but the ground school, it's cost around 8,000 euros in Ultra Magic. And other companies in Turkey, it cost around 9,000 euros for the ground school. But for the flights, for the training, for the PPL, while you're flying with an instructor, that becomes more money. So it's almost more similar to the fixed wing, because if the money I took to study for the balloon, it's the same as someone doing PPL here in Tanzania. It's the same. The only challenge is that people don't want to do some research in regards to ballooning. Some say it's difficult to fly because it relies 100% on wind and all that. So people are scared, but it's a good experience. Most countries with balloons, it's Turkey, it's Egypt, and very few companies in Dubai because of the weather, and in Qatar as well. And in Africa, there are also a lot of companies in Tanzania, in Kenya, in South Africa, where there are a lot of animals in the national game reserves and so forth. Egypt, it's during high season, it's winter when the people are flying early in the morning around 6 and around 9 a.m. But during summer, it's too hot. You can't fly a balloon more than 30 minutes. I also went to Jordan to see my friend who was flying there during summer. The temperatures were 37 degrees, 40 degrees. So 40 degrees, it will damage the balloon, the envelope. The balloon won't reach 1,000 hours, then it will be damaged. So that's the main challenge. It only flies during the day. So building hours in a balloon takes more time compared to fixed wing, because fixed wing, you might fly during night, you have IFR, you are instrument rated, but with balloons, it's not possible. So building hours with a balloon, it's difficult compared to a fixed wing. the envelope temperature itself, in accordance to the manufacturer, it's 120 degrees. The temperature inside, then when you're adding more heat to the envelope for takeoff, it's 120 degrees. So you also have a temperature gauge to show you that the envelope is going to be damaged maybe in a few minutes or in a few seconds. Inside the envelope, there's a so-called the temperature flag. If the temperature flag falls down on your shoulder as the PIC, you know the envelope is going to be damaged soon enough. So you have to land immediately. So we have instruments to show you the temperature inside the envelope. For takeoff, we have a safety briefing to the passengers. So you introduce yourself, you tell them how this is the balloon, how it is, how big it is. The pilot compartment is in the middle. Landing position is this way. If I tell you to sit down, please sit down because I'm the PIC. So we give them a safety briefing that's like 20 minutes of everything. If you're feeling scared, you sit nearby the pilot to give you comfort and so forth. So we have a safety briefing before takeoff. And during an approach to land, you tell them, kindly sit down, phones in your pockets, hold the rope handles, we are about to land. When the balloon is at a full stop, I will tell you the right time to get out of the basket, because sometimes you might see an animal, sometimes because of standing for a long time, your legs are in shock, so you might break your leg. So when the balloon is at a full stop, the ground crew will come to assist you to get out of the balloon. So it's very important for the passengers to understand the safety briefing. Sometimes we also have passengers who don't speak English, so I have to speak a bit of Spanish. I also took a bit of Russian code. So we also have safety briefing cards for the passengers who don't speak English.